veterans cannot be connected to benefits they do not know about. So perhaps the right outreach initiative can help overcome some of these barriers. Veteran leadership in the Tampa metro community has shown that providing additional outreach can help bridge the gaps between veterans, support, and a successful transition. Navy veteran Alan Ramsey, who was a former Veteran Service Officer for the Florida Department of Veteran Affairs, talks about his experience helping veterans and stresses how a better communication process can help veterans receive the support they need.
Outside of the military was the most rewarding job I've ever had. I think it's very research-oriented. You have to learn everything there is about veterans law and claims and disability compensation and benefits. And then the cherry is when you help a veteran get their benefits and you're able to put them in a much better position in life, it's very rewarding. There could be some better communication to veterans as far as getting the word out on some things that they can do and what benefits that's available to them. I think that whole communication process could be a little bit better.
A comprehensive communication platform assessment can show how different types of outreach initiatives have been effective in bridging gaps and empowering veterans during their transition. The development of the internet and digital platforms have facilitated a mass-scale communication method for the veteran community to share what resources are available to them. Air Force veteran Bill Hodges hosts Veterans Corner Radio, which focuses on what veterans need to know to take advantage of the benefits that are available to them.
I thought to myself, what can I do to help other veterans learn what questions to ask? And so I began this program locally by bringing people into the studio, recording shows, and it's a 15-minute format, 20 minutes at the most. And the whole idea is simply to have 15 minutes of conversation, asking the questions that you need to know as a veteran. Where to find a guide dog? How does one get community care? All those things are very important, and they're subjects that we cover on the air.
Team Red, White, and Blue is a nonprofit organization that has its own digital app that can share community events that veterans can get involved with while measuring the amount of engagement. Navy veteran Tara McLaughlin, who leads the Tampa chapter, shares her experience in using the app to connect with other veterans in her community.
I think with Team RWB, it's using the app predominantly, which is geolocated based on where you are. So you could be anywhere. You could be a member of Tampa chapter, but be in New York City and you could find something to do because you could just say, what are the local events based on this zip code? And very organized way of gathering people together. So it's definitely come a long way, and the app has definitely been helpful for engaging with people.
But as mentioned, there is still disconnection to reach veterans who do not use digital platforms. According to a 2019 American Community Survey report, 2.2 million veteran households lack internet access, often due to a perceived lack of need or digital skills.
The World War II vets, most of them had no idea what to do with their phones.
It certainly is generational. There's even people who are like, I don't use apps, I just use the internet.
Maybe they had their PCs or laptops, and they'd be able to go into there.
We noticed that a lot of the older population prefer that.
But even those who are in their 40s, a lot of them really don't know how to use the technology.
Veteran advocate Patty Templeton of One Community Now discusses how she uses out-of-home marketing and communications to promote Operation Standown, an annual event that provides homeless veterans with resources such as free dental and legal services.
We do yard signs, we do flyers, posters. Every volunteer gets t-shirts every year. The veterans all get hats. We've gone out into the community and we're putting these signs up. And the VA said they put some out for us, and we're driving with our magnets. And I've got one on my car. You'll see them on cars every once in a while. We have 4 different buses, and then we have 2 vans. So that helps to keep it going, people to be aware of the Standown.
However, the most impactful method seems to be interpersonal or face-to-face communications. Engaging in one-on-one conversation is the most effective way for veterans to learn about resources fitting their specific needs, because it allows for a more personal method for veterans to receive information.
You don't have you're not going to know. But the word of mouth works for vets. So a lot of people are walking around and reaching out to people. That's what you need, make everybody feel welcome. The guy over here showed me how to get online to do my health care, because I don't know how to do health care on the computer, right? And he was nice enough to show me how to do it yesterday, right? That's the good stuff,
Air Force veteran Dennis Mont'ros, who is the care coordinator for USF's Office of Veteran Success, explains the importance of those one-on-one interactions.
I wish somebody would have sat me down and said, listen, this writing thing sounds great, but have you thought about a minor in IT because you did IT for 9 years? So professionally, you have something to fall back on. I do wish I would have figured out how to obtain more insight from someone who had been down the path that I took, but find someone who could kind of mentor me on my way. So every veteran transitioning should find a mentor of someone who's done it successfully.
Gatherings are another way to offer veterans a wider source of information through either cohorts or support groups.
We like that analog thing. It's like we're sitting around with our platoons again, and I think we get accustomed to that. We enjoy that interpersonal shooting the breeze the whole time. It's because we like to connect.
Attending events such as resource fairs and conferences also provide veterans an opportunity to build a network of support through other people and organizations. Army veteran Richard Corson, who helps lead the Tampa Green Beret Association, explains the purpose of having a quarterly Veterans Benefit Social for the veteran community.
If I'm not mistaken, the first one we did, I think we had 5 organizations set up their tables, and they all said they loved it. And they said, if we touch one person at one of these things, it's worth us coming and setting up. I never expected it to grow like it has. One of the organizations early on grabbed me afterwards and thanked me for hosting it and said, I've been trying to link up with this other organization for over 2 years, and because of this event and you bringing us all together, I was able to make that connection. And to me, that's what this is all about. It's helping each other out, and these organizations looking out for each other and sharing their skill sets and understanding what the other ones do, so if they don't provide that specific capability, they know who to help turn them over to.
Air Force veteran Cameron Smith, who is the marketing coordinator for the National Organization Student Veterans of America, explains how conferences like NACON can help provide veterans with a network of resources that can help them with their professional and academic goals.
There's many benefits of going to a NACON, but bringing all the student veterans together in one location is the greatest benefit of NACON, because not only do you get to put a face to a name, you get to make a personal connection with fellow student veterans who have similar stories and have similar goals. You get to meet with them, connect with them. We encourage people to make connections because they can be lifelong connections sometimes. We have people who have been to 10 NACONs, and from their undergraduate to them being in their careers and them coming back in their careers as recruiters to get more student veterans into career fields.
Army veteran Tony Williams, who is the founder of Veterans Counseling Veterans, talks about how his conference can help provide a network of support for veterans who've experienced military sexual trauma.
This conference had 3 primary themes. One was educate, second one was connect, and the third one is empower. So we made sure that all 3 of those elements occurred throughout all the panel.
Not only are you hearing stories from people who have actually experienced it, but you're hearing about the resources and the steps that the professional community is taking to help solve some of the issues that a lot of the people who experience military sexual trauma are facing right now.
MST is not a female veteran thing, it's a military thing, and we need to be part of that to make sure that we provide the services that they require.
So as the veteran community provides outreach through diverse communication methods, veterans become more aware of the support that's available to them and empowered during their transition. The old narrative in the media begins to change as their successful transition translates into society by not only encouraging veterans to succeed, but encouraging them to lead a community of their own.